In the last month, Adopt Me had 25,000 scam trades go and get fixed. That's right, 25,000 people were scammed for some of their favorite and beloved valuable pets. How is this possible? How's Adopt Me going and fixing this? And how in the world did they give back 25,000 of these pets? Recently, Adopt Me has gone and removed the support section from their website. The old system, when you got scammed, you had to go onto the website, log in, and manually report how you got scammed. But Adopt Me has since reverted this, and the only way to go and report a trade is actually through the trading license. So say for example, you got scammed, what you'd go and do is press the report button, choose the scam, and then say what happened. And now since Adopt Me went and did this method, they're 1 month in from removing the support thing, they have increased the returns by 500%. Which is absolutely crazy to think that by doing that, they can get people banned 500% faster. Just so you guys get a bit of a better understanding, normally Adopt Me was banning 300 accounts per month who were scammers or hackers or did something dodgy in the game. And well, it's gone from 300 to 2,000. Let's just think about that for a second, that there's 2,000 people a month that are doing something wrong in Adopt Me, that are scamming people, that are going and getting banned. So here's my call to action. If you know anyone who's a scammer, they will get caught. If you're a scammer, you will get caught. You will get banned, and there will be consequences for what happens. So please, just play the game normally. Don't get scammed. Don't scam people. Just have some fun. For anyone curious, it is equivalent of 833 trades per day turn out to be a scam or via a hack. Now, that's actually a significant amount. Now, that's equivalent of around 70 people per hour go and get scammed who get their pets back. Obviously, I think the number might be higher than that. The fact that only 70 are getting it back, I think the number's higher, personally. The amount of people who play this game and the amount of sad stories that I hear, I think it's more than 70 times an hour that someone goes and gets scammed in the game. Now, what actually happens if you get scammed and you go and report the trade? Well, someone at Adopt Me will go and manually review the account. Because, if not, you could just report any trade you did. I could just go into this right now, into my trading license, and report every single trade. And say that, hey look, I gave away this pet for free. Aha, it was a scam. No, it was a giveaway that I did to my subscribers. Make sure you subscribe. You're trying to get to 1.1 million subscribers. And if you subscribe, you'll have a chance of going and getting a random pet when I go and do my giveaways. That's right, these giveaways are not fake. I can't go and give away a Mega Neon or a Dream Pet every single time, which is why on average, I will just typically go and give away completely random items or something just to give back to my subscribers, basically, because we don't fake the giveaways, but you guys should subscribe. So say for example, I go into this system and report the scam saying that it was I didn't make this trade or trust trading. We type in here that it was a trust trade and press report. I'm not going to false report someone. That's probably illegal. You'll probably get consequences if you go and false report someone. So please don't go doing that. What happens next is Adopt Me then goes and reviews the trade. If they see it's bad, they will give a user 30 days to respond. That's right. If Adopt Me banned them straight up, like straight away, there's a chance it could go wrong, right? So they give the user 30 days to try and like make a response to Adopt Me to figure out, did they deserve to be banned? Was it a false accusation? And after the 30 days, if they didn't reply, or if Adopt Me changes their decision, if they change their decision, then nothing will happen. But if Adopt Me responds and figures out that, yeah, you did scam them, that person will get banned from Adopt Me. Adopt Me stated that 2,000 accounts got banned in the last month. Obviously, it was 1,000 accounts that were banned in the last 90 days, so that's like 300 accounts banned per month. but after this new system, it is now currently at 2,000 bans a month. Now, what happens to those banned accounts? Well, everything in their inventory kind of just goes. It's gone. Everything is gone. You won't get refunds if you spent money in the game. That's what you get for scamming and doing illegal things and making people sad. You don't get anything back. You won't get refunds. You won't get anything. Everything will be deleted. As for the person who was a victim of your scam, well, after those 30 days time period, there is a chance you'll go and get your pets back. Now, the only thing is that your pet won't be tradable. Now, so many people are still very confused behind the concept of, why can't I trade my pet? Well, let's go and do a scenario for you. Say you went and did a trade, and you traded someone without knowing that the pet that you just got was a stolen pet from someone else's account. You now technically own a stolen pet. If Adopt.me was to then go and revert that, then that means you have no pet now. So a random person who has no idea could have ended up getting a stolen pet without knowing, would then get that pet taken away from them, which honestly would make no sense because they got it fairly. They traded their pets for it. And imagine someone scams someone, trades that pet, and then they trade that pet 100 times. Like, at what point can they go and get it back? They can't, because it's being traded between so many people. So what Adopt.me does instead is goes and generates a brand new pet. So let's do a scenario. Say I had a frost dragon. Someone goes and does a scam and takes my frost dragon. Now what happens next is I report the trade, and within those 30 days, say my frost dragon gets traded to 10 different people. You can track down, by the way, if you're just trading these between alt accounts, so bear that in mind. There's no loophole to this. I can't just make an account, trade it, say that I got scammed, and then keep the account and manage to go and find a way to go and give it back to me. That doesn't work like that. They can tell if you've traded your pets to an alt account or accounts of people that you're friends with and stuff, and they will not go and revert your pets, and there might be consequences for false reports. But say, for example, I don't have my frost dragon, and it's been 30 days, and it turns out I was a victim of a scam. What will then happen is I will get a new frost dragon that Adopt.me will generate, because my original one is probably traded to an unsuspected victim who also just unwillingly knew and traded for a pet that they didn't know was scammed. Well, now, therefore, my pet can't be traded. The new frost dragon, since it's technically a new generated pet that didn't exist before, it can't be traded. Now, I think this is good. Obviously, people are complaining like, oh, I can't trade my pets, what's the point of it? Well, technically, you should be careful and try to not get scammed in the first place, and then you wouldn't be in this situation. But honestly, I do understand from their opinion. Say I was a kid, I got scammed for my rarest pet, and now you can't go and do anything with that pet. I have heard some stories of if you turn your pet that you got scammed for into like a neon or a mega, you can then actually trade it again, which I actually don't know. I haven't tested that out myself because I haven't had any pets that were scams or hacks given back to me, which is quite funny because I definitely have reported people who have scammed me. Like, I deliberately tried to get scammed multiple occasions. I guess it is a bit hard to explain like why your pet can't be traded, but basically the reason why is to stop duplication. If they allowed it, then what could happen is that people would just allow you to like duplicate your pets. People would figure out some sort of loophole, and obviously you guys don't want all the pets to get duplicated. It would then have like no value. Imagine someone figured out a way to like duplicate Mega Neon Bad Dragons, and then there's just like a million Bad Dragons everywhere. That's why this system is in place. But the fact that Adopt.me has listened to the community, managed to go and figure out a way that has increased the amount of people who get their pets back. They're actually listening to the support, they're listening to the people who got scammed, they're going through all of the trades. Obviously, there's probably a bunch of people who might not get their pets back. I understand that. Now, let me know in the comment section your story and your inputs. Have you been scammed? And if so, did you manage to get your pets back in the end? Or were they just gone forever? Because some occasions, it does take a while. Adopt did provide me with some information. The time limit for items return is as long as the trade appears in your trade history. Once it falls out of your trade, it means we are no longer store the data to know the trade happened. So that means even if you did a trade from like years ago, before this system was even put in place, then you can go and report it. So that's really cool. Imagine you got scammed and your trade is like right at the bottom of your trading license. Then yeah, you might be able to go and get it back. As it says here, the 30 days is a minimum, meaning it will always be 30 days. It begins when we take action and ban the reported player. Not the second you go and report it, but it's when Adopt Me takes action. It says that in many cases you should expect to wait longer. I don't have an average wait time to share yet since the backlog of reports in the first month. This won't be accurate. False reports do exist, but we're good at discerning them. You don't need to worry about one person's trade resulting in you getting banned. Yeah, you don't need to worry if you're just going around the game, playing regularly, and doing some trading. No one's going to report it, and if they do, they're not going to ban you. They have a human review of all moderation decisions, and all the ban appeal systems allow you to ask for a second review if you think we've got it wrong, and it gives you a chance to provide additional feedback. So if you're falsely banned, if you're falsely claimed that you scammed someone and Adopt Me bans your account, you get to appeal it and then have a second opinion and also write additional information. You're still safe to trade in good faith. If you're receiving items and you don't know if they're stolen, you won't get banned for them. We trace down the item laundering to stop the malicious user just moving them to an alternative account. But don't worry, we're good at finding real player patterns against the fake ones. In the worst case scenario, you could still reach out through our bans appeal system. So overall, Adopt Me, well done. Everyone's happy about this update. Very cool that Adopt Me is actually doing everything they can to help scammed players or hacked players get their pets back. This is an update showing you how many they go unbanned, so it's kind of interesting to see. But yeah, let us know in the comments your situation and if you've ever been scammed or hacked and if you got your pets back. Now, if you enjoyed this video, like it, send it to a friend who might find it relevant, and go and press the button on the screen to watch another video that I think you're going to love to watch next. I can guarantee you like this video, so you should probably go and press it right now. I dare you to.